Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. This will be a participative.
Also, really quick, back in the back room in the corner, there's a couple of kids' rooms with toys in it. So for those of you with little ones, if they get squirrely, there's toys, and there's also a table with like drawing boards and dry erase markers and that kind of thing. So help yourself. They're open. You can just use them as you wish.
Well, thank you for coming again. Apparently all I have to do is put down that the Oaks are in town and everybody shows up. So thank you for extending your visit to the Yukon north of Knoxville. We did a conference last week down in Knoxville. John Thomas and Amy and I did a concert at the end of the week. And it was so fun we decided to try it again. And we're going to do a song that's kind of participative. And so we'll start. Is that a word? I'll try it on Boggle and see if it accepts it, or word play, or scramble, or scrabble, whatever it is. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe, there's a joy somewhere. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. Up above my head, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. All in this room, I hear music in the air. I hear music in the air. All in this room, I hear music in the air. I hear music in the air. All in this room, I hear music in the air. I really do believe there's a joy somewhere. Hand on that now.
All in this room, all in this room, I hear singing everywhere. I hear singing everywhere. All in this room, all in this room, I hear singing everywhere. All in this room.
That might be the cajon, I'm not sure. Well, being that it's the anniversary that the Beatles got together, which we're all excited about, because they're like the number one, my favorite songwriting team ever is that group of people. That'll never happen again. So we thought we would do completely unrehearsed. What was the song we were going to do? Hang on.
Sing along.
I can't buy me love, buy me love, buy me love. I'll buy you a diamond ring, my pretty baby, feel alright. And I'll buy you anything, my friend, that'll make you feel alright. 'Cause I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy. Say you love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I got I'll give to you. I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love. I can't buy me love, buy me love, buy me love. Can you play a little bit on this? Yeah, we're going to do this Dobie Gray. Is it Dobie Gray? It is.
Actually, I just found out.
It's not Dobie Gillis.
Not Dobie Gillis. Nobody knows who that is except.
It's not the Dobie brothers.
It's not that. You remember Paul Williams? The short guy who's in the Smokey and the Bandit?
Great songwriter, Rainbow Connection.
Yes, he did. But his brother wrote this song.
You're kidding me.
Mentor Williams wrote this song.
There's a documentary about Paul Williams out I want to see.
Yeah?
Everybody thought he was dead, but he's still alive.
He's the president of ASCAP, actually.
He is.
That's how I know, because I get letters from him all the time. What key do you do this in? You do B, that's right. It's a horrible key.
I
I'm sorry.
It's like way up there. So you guys will know this song and you can sing along too. I have a little more guitar in my monitor, please, Brent. Brent Whitstein, unbeknownst to him, became the sound guy when he walked in the door. A1, I think. Just a little more guitar. That's great.
Are you singing lead on this?
No,
Okay.
you want to?
All right.
It's too high for me to sing lead.
Okay. You got the harmony.
I will do the harmony.
Okay, here we go.
We start off with the chorus.
That. Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose. Feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. I don't understand the things I do. The world outside looks so unkind. Now I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. When my mind is free, no melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitars are coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. I want you to know I believe in your song. A rhythm, rhyme, and a harmony. You help me along, making me strong. Give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the people to free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And this is another one that we just learned off of the YouTube, I believe. Thank goodness for YouTube. Tell me, did you catch the name of the mighty hurricane that blew away our
you better be tough. Why'd you think it'd be so fun? Shoot out the lights of the mighty sun. It's raining bullets now, you better run, 'cause you never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. If you wanna be a fool, you better be tough, 'cause you never can pray enough. You see the light pour over your head. If you live once, you might as well be dead. Play that thing. You never get close to admire the great blaze of a mighty fire. You're gonna stick and burn just like a tire, 'cause you never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. If you wanna be a fool, you better be tough, 'cause you never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. You never can pray enough. If you wanna be a fool, you better be tough, 'cause you never can pray enough. Well, you never can pray enough, 'cause you never can pray enough.
That is the Wood Brothers, in case you want to look them up.
I believe you're playing harp.
I am.
There's still a couple of seats down in the front, so 3 over here and 2 right here.
Thank you, Scott Campbell, for fixing my guitar and bringing it tonight. He's the best luthier in town. That's a guitar doctor, I think, for those of you who are related. Okay, so this is an old Delta blues, and because I'm a white guy from the Midwest, I thought I would try to conquer it. Because, you know, I got it in me. Yeah, okay, cool. So several years ago, I went to Memphis, and my friend who's a youth minister down there had me come in and do a youth conference, and I said, well, the only thing is that when I come down, you need to take me to Graceland, because it's kind of every musician's journey that you have to go to Graceland. So we went, and I was never really that big of an Elvis fan, but I thought it was kind of part of my pilgrimage that I needed to go. So he took me, and the first thing you do is you got to go to this one building way down the street from Graceland, and you get your ticket. And it's like a little airport, a little Elvis airport, and you get your ticket, and there's all this memorabilia you can buy. You can buy Elvis plates and Elvis clothes, and there were these 2 sweet little old ladies that were getting their tickets in front of me, and they were talking about what a nice young man Elvis was. And that they didn't believe that he did drugs and that he did all those bad things that the papers said he did, you know. And so I was listening to him as we got on the bus, and we drove down Elvis Presley Boulevard, and then you pull up to these big gates, and I was kind of getting excited. I just thought, well, this is kind of a big deal, you know. And so the gates open up, and then we go up this big long driveway, and then there was just this kind of medium-sized mansion. It wasn't like the White House. It wasn't as grand as I thought it was going to be. And I thought, well, where's the rides? Where's all the, there's got to be stuff, you know. And so not only is it just a medium-sized mansion, it's a really badly decorated medium-sized. Because if you're a rock star and you go out in the 70s, that's like a real bad time to open up your home to the public. But they did. The family decided, let's let them in and see Graceland. So there's carpeted walls, thick shag carpeted walls. I went to the jungle room and it was as gaudy as you would think it would be. Yep, exactly. You can play that while I'm telling the story, that's fine. And I'm behind the ladies, and everybody's talking about how Elvis didn't really die, he staged his own death. And he really lives upstairs. And I was like, sure. And these ladies are still talking about what a sweet young man Elvis was, and how he gave cars to people, and he took care of his mama, so we get around to the back of the building, and there's this big trophy building. There's a whole other building behind Graceland. It just has all this stuff, like all his memorabilia. And they kept saying, there's no way he did drugs. He was such a nice Christian young man. He did that album of hymns. And then they show Elvis's outfits that he had. It starts off in the 50s, and he's got the cool gold sequins jacket, and it was really cool. And then he started gaining weight and getting weirder as the timeline went down the line there, and you see his outfits until he got about 400 pounds, and he was wearing like wrestler outfits with capes and like wrestling belt buckles, like bull riders would have. He had like open down to his. Now wait a minute, Mark Preston is an Elvis impersonator. You're not 400 pounds, but you wear you have the outfit. And it's awesome. You have the awesome, and it's awesome. But he had the big sunglasses, and I turned to the ladies and I said, "Are you sure he didn't do any drugs?" Because check that out. Because he had the big hamster sideburns, and we get around to the very, very back, and there's his grave, and there are people from literally all over the world, and they're weeping at the gravesite, and they have all these flower arrangements and Elvis lamps, and it's amazing. And there are people that are talking about how Elvis speaks to them in their sleep, and I thought, if you really wanted to solve this puzzle, whether Elvis is still alive, let's just dig a guy up. Just get a jackhammer out and dig him up and see if he's in there, because and my guess is that you could dig him up and he would be in there. I think he really did die, and they say that your hair still grows after you die, so those hamsters would be like guinea pigs at this point, And the thing is that there are people that follow leaders that look to leaders for hope, and you can go to every single one of their graves and you can dig them up, and there they are, except one, and that's where we have hope. Is you can go to Christ's tomb and there's nothing there. You can look and you can search, but that's where our hope lies. And I'm going to do this old Delta blues about that. Won't you believe in Jesus? Maybe a little of the earth. Come around and meet my Savior. I'm gonna say goodbye now. Grave is gonna hold my body down. Ain't no grave is gonna keep my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, right about the ground, ain't no grave that's gonna hold my body down. Ain't no man better enough, there ain't no hole deep enough, there ain't no box strong enough gonna hold my body down. Look, there ain't no song sad enough, there ain't no man bad enough, ain't no hole deep enough that's gonna hold my body down. Okay. This is a Mindy Smith song that we all love. The song, not Mindy. I mean, I'm sure she's great, but I don't know her.
We love her. You should love her too.
Get her out. That's great. What key we did this? We did it in.
I think we did it there.
Yeah, was that here? Okay. Close enough. Might have to turn the gate off on that. Yeah, you have to scroll up once you get to the. There. Thanks, Brad.
Oh, my baby, when you're older, maybe then you'll understand. You have angels to stand around your shoulder. There are times in life you need a helping hand. Oh, my baby, when you're praying, leave your burdens by my door. You have Jesus standing by your bedside to keep you calm and keep you safe away from harm. Worry about my daughter. Worry about my son.
Child, and I don't see we're living. Come to Jesus, let him hold you in his arms. Hello, my baby, you crying. Then hide your face from me. 'Cause I have conquered hell and driven out the demon. I have come with a light to set you free. Well, worry not my daughter. Worry not my son. Child, when life don't seem worth living, come to Jesus, let him hold you in his arms.
Oh, my baby, when you're dying, believe the healing of his hair. Here in heaven, we will wait for your arrival. Here in heaven, you will finally understand. Here in heaven, we will wait for your arrival. Here in heaven, you will finally understand.
Worry not my daughter. Worry not my son. Child, when life don't seem worth living, come to Jesus, let him hold you in his arms. Worry not my daughters. Worry not my son. Child, when life don't seem worth living, Come to Jesus, let Him hold you in His arms.
I'm gonna do a Soggy Bottoms tune. You know what you call perfect pitch? When you throw a banjo into the dumpster and it hits an accordion. We were down eating lunch down in Knoxville, and John Thomas was like, oh no, I left my banjo in the car and it was unlocked. And he ran out to see if it was stolen, and there were 2 more banjos in there. Do you know how you get a banjo player off your porch? You pay him for the pizza. That's all I got. Are you there yet?
That's all you need.
All right. It's just such an easy target, you know?
Close enough.
All right. The place where he was born and raised. I am of a constant sorrow, and I've seen trouble on my way. I've been farewell to Kentucky, a place where I was born and raised, a place where he was born and raised. Oh, 6 long years I've been in a trouble. Your pleasures here on earth I I'm bound to ramble. I have no friend to help me now. He has no friend to help him now. Now you probably got to tune your banjo completely different.
I do, I'm sorry.
No, you don't be, don't.
You can tell another banjo joke.
I don't know if I have it. So this is off of your, I think it's Blue York.
This is off Vegas Blue.
Vegas. He's got two, John Thomas has two bluegrass albums, all original stuff, and it's amazing. This one's called
The Things I
Things I
Know.
Know. Yeah.
One of them not being the banjo. I bought this banjo when I was 11, and it's a Pro X brand, so that should tell you something. I'm sure, Scott, you're familiar with Pro X? No. You're not?
That should also tell you
It's
something.
that exclusive, isn't it?
I bought a banjo at a yard sale, and the name brand is El Conquistador. Because you know they've got a lot of banjos down in Mexico.
They sure do. Yeah.
Conquistador. I'm not kidding.
But they're very temperamental, especially when they're elite and exclusive like this one is. Yeah, I think it's close enough.
Now I'm tuned.
Oh, now you're tuned.
But it's hot in here, sweating and stuff. Okay.
Okay? Close enough. It's only 2 minutes long, so how bad can it get?
Exactly. Key ahead.
Yeah. All right, so I'll do one chorus, and you guys can join me on the chorus, and then I'll start singing. If I can remember the first verse. The last 2 times we've done this, Mark has had to remind me of the first line of my own song, so it's There May Be Trouble. Right?
That's it. You got it. You nailed it.
Here we go.
There may be a future in this for you yet.
Trouble all around me that I don't understand, but I got no need to worry, cause I'm holding Jesus' hand. It looks reassured me that we're just passing through. There's no time to doubt, and I believe that every word is true. The things I know, keep me going. You might know, help me see beyond the veil. When this temporary world starts to crumble all around, I rest assured that things I know will never fail. Savior, I was overcome sin, but I let that life behind me when I grabbed let him in. Well, I pray you get the message, you can have a brand new start. You can have the peace I know, if you'll just open up your heart. The things I know, keep me going. Things I know, help me see beyond the veil. This temporary world starts to crumble all around. I rest assured that things I know will never fail. Things I know, the things I know help me see beyond the veil. When this temporary world starts to crumble all around, I rest assured that things I know will never fail. I rest assured that things I know will never fail. Thank you.
You had that moving that time.
Sorry.
No, that's good.
Hold it up there on the tempo.
Banjo players, I swear. Okay. Oh yeah, now I've got an album I did a few years ago called The Kiss Tours, and I've been talking about the idea of making your life this gesture of affection towards God, that your whole life is a worship service. And there's a word that the word worship has been translated from called proskuneo, and the word actually means to give a kiss towards. And we don't really have that gesture in America. You go to other countries and there's a lot of kissing towards, and you're trying to back off because they're in your space, or in your American space, you know. And but there is this there's this lady at an old church I used to go to, and she used to want to kiss you all the time, and you would have to go home and wash because you smelled like talcum powder and some floral thing. And she did a lot of kissing towards. But I love that idea that worship can be this intimate gesture. And so I think when we get together on maybe a Sunday night or a Sunday morning, we sing together, that can be like this idea of giving a kiss towards God. Because the bride is all together and we're doing the same thing. So I wrote this song called Kiss Towards. I have just a little more on the guitar. There's always more me. I don't really notice the difference. There you go. There you go. How can I say I love you in a way that you feel love? What would the song sound like to make you sing along? With every breath, all that I say, may it all point to your name. The way that I live, all that I do, may it all be a kiss toward you. Yeah, when the night is over, my days are through. When I'm finally standing beside you, may it all be a kiss toward you. Yeah. How can I live my life to show the world your love? What would my life look like? 'Cause it's easier said than done. Would take every breath, all that I say, may it all point to your name. Way that I live, all that I do, may it all be a kiss toward you. Yeah, when the night is over, my days are through. When I'm finally standing before you, may it all be a kiss toward you. Yeah, when the night is over and your love comes shining through. When I'm finally standing before you, may it all be a kiss toward you. Oh, how can I say I love you when the way that you feel love?
Nice.
Thank you. Is this off of, this is Blue York.
Yeah, this is off New York.
Got one off of each, cool.
I do. My bluegrass albums are named after cities because I was in New York one time and heard Patti Loveless singing The Bottom Line. Any Patti Loveless fans? Okay. And she sang an old Bill Monroe tune called You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive. And she was singing about Harlan, Kentucky, but she was in New York, so I thought she's singing about Harlem. You'll never leave Harlem alive. And I thought, well, why would Patti Loveless be singing about Harlem? And then I thought, why not? Because nobody ever writes bluegrass songs about city life. It's always about country things, you know, like coal mines and mountains and dead girls and things like that. So I thought, why couldn't you write a bluegrass song about a subway or a cappuccino or the Empire State Building? Why not? So I've done 2 albums of city-themed bluegrass now. This is about Wall Street. This one actually is. the religion editor of Time magazine actually heard this song and said it was his favorite hard luck song of the year on a Time magazine podcast. So that's my only claim to fame. That's my Andy Warhol 15 minutes right there. But it seems like there is a lot of hard luck floating around these days, and or people talk about having hard luck, and so this is kind of a response to that, and it's called "The Day the Market Fell." So, and we'll do this in C minor this time. I think we did it a step higher last time, but have you tuned up yet, Mark?
I think I'm there.
Okay, it's a little easier to tune a guitar.
Yeah.
Around 10 a.m. that fateful day, fortunes fled, flew away. Some were spared, a few fared well. On the day the market fell, the winds of doom, fierce and cold, as kingdoms crumbled, young and grew old. Some men, each one endured a private hell. On the day the market fell, put your pennies in a mason jar and bury them so deep that the demons down on Wall Street won't torment you as you sleep. Every nickel you invest will be a nickel you can't keep. It's a slippery slope and no one gets off cheap. Best advice you'll ever hear is riches fade, disappear. Case in point, no parallel. That fateful day the market fell. Put your pennies in a mason jar and so deep that the demons down on Wall Street won't torment you as you sleep. Every nickel you invest will be a nickel you can't keep. It's a slippery slope and no one gets off cheap. Around 10 a.m. that fateful day, fortunes fled, flew away. Some were spared, a few fared well. On the day the market fell, some were spared, a few fared well. On the day the market fell.
I was watching an award show, it was a music award show several years ago, and Coldplay was playing, and Chris Martin is the lead singer. He was sitting at his piano, and it was one of those little spinach pianos that was sitting kind of sideways on the stage, and there was a sticker on the side of the piano, and this was before HD TV and 720 or 1080, resolution. This was like just the old two lines, and I couldn't hardly read the sticker, and I thought it said, I thought the sticker said, "Give into the fall," and And I thought, well, that's really interesting. I wonder what he's trying to promote or trying to, sponsor or some sort of a cause, So I wrote it down, and I thought, well, I'll look that up later and see what Chris Martin is talking about with this give into the fall. And I kept thinking about that phrase, give into the fall, and I thought about when you fall in love with somebody, there's this point where you're standing on the edge of a cliff, and you have to either trust that the person you're in love with is really going to love you back, and you're going to be caught in love, or you're going to fall to your death and splat there on the ground, and all your friends are going to stand there and say, "I told you so." And the same thing holds true when you fall in love with God. There's a point where you have to trust that He's going to catch you, but there's that point where you do fall, and it's like this vertigo feeling where you're falling and you're waiting for the outcome. And so I wrote this song called it's called "Give Into the Fall." And then I found out later that what the sticker actually said was "Free Trade for All." So I got a song like that.
Fall out there and never go. Really get cut down and I never go. It's better to love with loss than to never know. It's better to burn out fast than to fade out slow. Just close your eyes. It's better to say it now than to hold it in. It's better to love somehow than to let your pride win. It's better to lose with love than to gain. apart. Just close your eyes. Love it all.
Thank you. We do have some product out on the table. We have some CDs, and we have, I don't know, what else you got out there?
DVDs.
You got some DVDs?
Yeah.
What is it of?
Music videos
Awesome.
of the bluegrass stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like VH1 videos.
Yeah, Martha Quinn's on there.
Yeah, that's cool. What are your musicals that you've done?
Well, we've done some biblical ones. We've got one on Queen Esther. We did one about the prodigal daughter last night at Lebanon. Somebody saw that.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
I missed the first 15 minutes of it, so, but my favorite song was the very last one.
Oh, well, thank
It was
you.
like the big finale.
Cool.
Oh, I might have to have you do it here in a minute.
Okay.
I know it's out of context.
Okay.
Do you do that? Is there anything?
Sure, I can do it.
Okay, all right, well, maybe later.
Okay.
So, but thank you guys for coming and cramming in this room. We've been in here for this building for a little while. We're still renovating. We meet here Sunday nights at 5. I don't know if we have dinner afterwards, so we're going to eat later. We've got a couple more songs we're going to do, and those of you who are from the gathering, we're taking up the gathering time that we normally have church. And so what we're going to do right now is do an offering. And so those of you who are from the gathering, this would be a great time for that. And if you are visitors, do not feel obligated at all, because we're going to take up another offering. Actually, we're going to change the name of it, right? It's going to be called Pass the Band Can. Because offering is churchy words, and we're not going to be doing churchy words on this part. We're going to be called the band can is just to support John Thomas and his father, who are traveling this weekend, doing some stuff, and we just want to encourage them by giving them some traveling money and maybe millions of dollars. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody who's a gazillionaire. Maybe the guy who founded Google is here tonight, and he thought, man, this is awesome, and he wants to just support what you're doing. But we're going to pass the band can, even though it's not a can. I don't know what we have. But we're going to do a song, and this is shift gear. This is offering for the gathering, and I'm going to do a song that I wrote for being a part of the body. I used to travel full time, and I missed being in a group because I was always on the road. You guys are on the road a lot, and it's hard to be connected to the home base unless you're doing something, maybe a home group or a family group that you're involved in. And I wasn't, and I noticed every time I would go to a different church and I would do an event that they were celebrating something or they were mourning together a loss of somebody, but they were doing it together and how important that is. And so I wrote a song about being part of the body, and it's called the Arms and Legs Song. It's beat.
It's the little velvety bags that are coming by. So.
Yeah. It is. Oh yeah, it's the velvet bags.
Yeah. So, do we want to do like gathering, offering in the basket over there, and then this
No.
just be the?
We're gonna pass it again. It'll be for the oaks. This is the first one. Those velvet bags remind me of like some sort of Puritan church. That I remember visiting Williamsburg when I was a kid, and that's what they have a long stick. And I think if you didn't put anything, they poke you with the stick. I'm not sure. There'll be no poking tonight. So this is called the Arms and Legs Song. Here we go.
I can make it out here all on my own. I can't afford it on mine. So I think I might need you. Maybe you can need me too. I could take hold of your hand. Together we could stand on the promises of God. Be a church, a sanctuary, or a house on the rock. You be the arms and I will be the legs. Maybe we could be the way. Oh, the way that Jesus said. A little hard to live with, a little hard to stick with. I'm always late, a little slow, never sure which way to go. Yeah, I'm kinda like a sheep going astray, just a little weak that way. But I know, yes I know, the voice of the one that calls my name out loud is calling your name out loud. Shelter from the rain, calls you back to his side, wants you to me to be his bride. But I know that I need you. Maybe you can need me too. I can take hold of your hand. Together we could stay. Be a church, a sanctuary, or a house on the rock. You be the arms and I'll be the legs. Maybe we could be the way. Oh, the way that Jesus stands on the promises of God. Be a church, a sanctuary, or a house on the rock. Oh, you be the arms and I'll be the legs. Maybe we could be the way. I think that we could be the way. For sure that we could be the way. Oh, the way that Jesus said. But you're a joy for me to know.
Thank you.
So, oh yeah, and there are things on your seats that you probably have taken them off your seat and put them under your seat. And if you could grab those and hold them in your hand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let John Thomas tell you about those.
These are pictures of real children in some of the poorest parts of the world who need sponsors. And if you've never heard about child sponsorship before, I'd like to tell you a little bit about it just for 1 minute here. My family's been sponsoring kids through an organization called Compassion International for about 30 years now. We've seen several kids go all the way through high school and graduate, and we're even sending a kid through college now down in Columbia. Compassion International has been around for about 60 years. They have over 1.4 million children who are being taken care of in the world today. Their goal is to have 4 million children by the year 2020. And so we have become representatives of them to help them achieve that goal. What happens with child sponsorship is that Compassion goes into a poor part of the world. They build a child development center and they provide a safe place for kids to come and play after school, to learn, to get tutored in their classes. They get a hot meal, they get health care, clothing, anything they need to survive. And it's a huge step toward releasing this child from poverty. And poverty tells children that they're worthless, that they're useless, that they were born into this and that they'll never escape it. But through child sponsorship, for a little more than $1 a day, you can help a child escape that cycle. And like I said before, these are very real children. We started sponsoring a kid just because somebody handed us a packet like I handed you today. So if this is something that you'd be interested in, please talk to me or my dad. Dad, would you raise your hand? After it's over, we'd be happy to set you up with one of these children today. We continue to find stories of people who have found joy through sponsorship, and God has led them to even specific children. And that's what we want to communicate with this, is joy. We don't want to throw any guilt on anybody or obligation. This is not something that you should do out of obligation. Only if you feel joy in your heart and you feel like, yeah, this is something that I think God would want me to do, then please do it. And talk to us before you leave. We'd like for you to fill that form out in the back of the packet so we can get a record of it and get you in the system. If you're not interested in it, just leave the packet on the floor under your seat or on the chair, and that'll be fine. We'll just collect them later. But thank you for the time to do that.
Yeah. So we're going to pass the band can, but before we do that, I want you to. You're more famous than the little story in the religious section of the Times, because you're actually on Snopes.com. Anybody know about Snopes.com? Yeah, anytime your mom forwards you those little stories about the guy in the back seat, don't do this to your car, don't whatever, because they forward, and then you have to say, Mom, I checked this on Snopes and it's fake. So there's a story about you on Snopes. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh.
I knew that.
Well,
Snopes actually sent me an email.
Did they really?
Yeah, and they asked me if it was.
It's just a man and his wife. It's not like a. It's like not like a.
Oh, for real?
I think yeah. Just.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool
Didn't
though.
know that.
They're famous, but you're on Snopes. Tell the story real quick.
Okay. Well, I was living in New York, and I got a chance to play around town at Starbucks for a while. Has anybody heard of Starbucks? Well, in New York, they have live music at Starbucks, and there was a percussionist and a singer in town, and I got to play some keyboards with this gal, and we were playing at the Starbucks on 51st Street in Broadway, which is right up from Times Square, right next to the Winter Garden Theater, where Cats was being performed for about 30 years. I think Mamma Mia is there now, or something else is coming in. But anyway, we were playing there, and it was a cold November night. It was freezing, so it was packed full of people trying to get in out of the cold. And we were shoved in the back corner of the store because we weren't really a featured act like tonight. We were just background music for people to drink coffee to. And so we were playing whatever we wanted to play. And we did songs from way back in the 20s to current pop, gospel, show tunes, you name it. We just did the songs that we like to do. And we were having a blast with it. Well, I noticed there was a lady singing along with us at one point, and she had a beautiful voice. So she came up to me and said, after the song was over, and she said, I hope you don't mind if I sing along. And I said, no. And the song we were doing is, I'm sure you know it. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever know me. Ooh, how many of you know that one? Okay. Well, we were doing that, and she was singing along. She had this beautiful voice, and I said, no, you can sing all night if you want. You're the first person who's paid attention to us all month. So that's great. And so she said, well, great. I said, why don't you do a solo? We'll play for you. She said, I can do that. I said, I know. I said, what do you want to sing? And she said, do you know any hymns? I said, I'm a preacher's kid. I said, yeah, I can do a hymn. And I said, which one do you want to do? And she said, well, I don't know. There's so many good ones. You just pick it. I said, okay. Well, why don't we do His Eyes on the Sparrow? And when I said that, she got real quiet, and she looked down at the floor, and she got this real serious look on her face, and then she looked back up at me, and she said, yeah, let's do that one. And I said, okay. I kind of backed away from her a little bit, and I started to play. And when she started singing, that Starbucks came to a standstill. Everybody stopped talking. They turned their chairs toward us. They put their coffees down. The employees quit working. They came out from behind the counter. They turned off the cash register, the coffee grinder, that thing that froths up milk for cappuccino that goes like that. Everything came to a standstill while this woman sang. And when she was finished, it just exploded in applause, and people were screaming for more, going, encore, encore! Well, she got embarrassed by that, and she put her hand on her hip. She said, y'all go back to your coffee. I came in here to get a drink, not do a concert. So everybody kind of laughed at that and went back to business as usual. And she turned around to me and she grabbed my hands and she said, thank you so much. You just made my night. And I said, you just made my year. That was amazing. And I said, and she said, well, it's funny that you picked that song. And I said, why is that? She said, that was my daughter's favorite song. I said, it was? And she said, yeah, she was 16 years old and she died of a brain tumor last week. And when she said that, you could have knocked me over with a feather. And she started to cry a little bit and she gripped my hands a little tighter. And I just sat there and waited. And then finally I said, are you going to be okay? And she said, yeah, I'm going to be okay. I just got to keep trusting the Lord and singing His praises. And everything's okay, going to be okay. Then she gathered up her things and left. And I never saw that woman again. But on the way home that night on the train, I thought, how sad that people still believe in coincidence. You know, people hear a story like that and they say, what a coincidence that she just happened to walk into that Starbucks, the one that you just happened to be playing at. You know, of all the Starbucks in all the world, she walks into mine. Somebody might say, wow, what a coincidence that you just happened to pick the hymn that was her daughter's favorite who just died the week before. I don't think any of that's coincidence. I think it's just another example of how God reaches down into our world and rearranges events and uses people to bring about His will, encourage us once more and remind us again that if we keep trusting Him, we keep on serving Him and singing His praises, and everything truly is going to be okay.
So now we are going to pass the band cane, and this is for everybody, and we're gonna help sponsor these guys on down the road, because there is not really a guy from Google here tonight to write a big check. There are no industry people that get behind musicians and go, "Guys are awesome. We just want to, fund what you're doing." And instead, usually what people do are try to talk you down in your price, your asking price. And it's just a few hours, but reality is that they put a lot of work into what they do, and they do a lot of great stuff. And so let's help them out. We're going to do a song while we pass that. And you can write checks, but I don't like just a blank check, right? The name is blank, but not the money, right? And even if you don't have any cash or checks, I have a credit card thing that we can send them some money if you need to set the table back here. You can swipe it and tell us what you want to give them, and we'll pass that along. So minus the 0.8%, I think. So, but anyway, so do you have a song you want to do, or do we want to do that last one?
Glory of Your Love.
Okay, let's do that last one. We'll do this. This is a new worship song that I just got done writing, and my wife and I write a lot of songs. Actually, that last one, the one about Give Into the Fall, Amy and I wrote that together. I had started it, and just like every okay song I write, she comes along and I say, hey, can you fix this? And she fixes it, just like she does everything. So, anyway. But she doesn't get a lot of credit because I'm always out in front of people, and she's usually at home watching our 4 children, and so she's really the writer in the house, and she's pretty much the rock star. So anyway, this is a new song called "The Glory of Your Love," and I'm going to put it out as a single for free. If you check out my website, you'll be able to download it in about a month. So look for it, or email me, or Facebook me, or whatever. So it's kind of fun, and you can. Everybody have fun tonight? We're good? Thank you for coming. We got the eats afterwards.
Yeah, please stay, even if you didn't bring something. We all brought plenty of food, so please stay and eat. Don't feel bad or anything. I mean, our house is your house.
Our house is your house. I don't know we have plenty of food, but we're going to share it.
We can snack.
We're looking for fish and loaves.
Yeah, it's going to be fish and loaves. And you didn't say this. Details.
Yeah.
But the back table, Mark's CDs are $10. You can just leave them, or somebody will be back there. The Oak stuff is take what you want and leave money in the black box. So if nobody's out there, don't let that discourage you from taking what you need to get. Just leave something in the box.
Or not, if you don't have any.
Or not, if you don't have any money. Isn't that like the best? I wish every store, everything was like that.
Yeah.
Just need some cans, just take what you need. If you can
Yeah.
take something.
And also, guys, I do want the Congolese to do one song when you guys are through with this one.
Okay, that might take a minute to get set up.
Okay,
if
all right.
they've got stuff, but
Okay.
we'll
All
try.
right, yeah, after this, our Congolese choir will sing. We have a large Congolese population in our group, and they are amazing singers.
Okay. So let's try this.
to thank you guys all